Welke? Die of die?
Beide. Ja, zo is die site wel dik, man.
Stroopt ook wel nice voller. Takeover season, bro. So I'm currently on the way to the airport in Barcelona right now. I drove back from my parents' place to Barcelona, which is a 5-hour drive. And the thing is, guys, this trip to Europe was very nice, but it was everything but efficient. I was ripped out of my routine, had a jet lag, I was tired, I got sick as well. And this, in line with the amount of work that I had to do, is really not the right move for me to come to Europe. But I got to see my parents, and that's like something that is incredibly important to me. I got to see the boys run the marathon, which was also great. For me as a founder, it's incredibly important to every now and then come visit your team members physically, just to spark that fire and keep them up to date, because there's so many moving parts that they don't even see. So having that physical touch base is something that is very important. But yeah, that said, hitting the road while being extremely busy is not the best thing you can do. So flying back to Dubai now, probably spend 1 or 2 days there and then head back to China and lock myself into a room and power through the insane amount of workload I have on my plate right now. Kind of feels like coming home now. Midnight, ordered some sushi. Feels good to be back. That's how you start the morning, guys.
I believe we got like 15 kilometers in at like 9 a.m. Dubai time. So we started around 7:45 here, and we finished 9. I believe like 6 a.m. Central Eastern time, which gives us, of course, a major advantage on the rest. You know, like 9 a.m. Dubai time, we got kilometers in, we got a phase, we got early sunshine. I mean, like blue skies, palm trees. And like definitely working on true purpose it's such a blessing, man. I just was telling Daniel, like, how good is it that we got to do this in the morning, start our day like that. So now I'm just ready to face the day, you know.
I get rich, fast money, fast cars, I live for this shit.
That money's check over there.
Very good to have everyone here. Glad to be feeling back again, and also to be more present again, because these travels have just ripped me out of my routine, and it's been tough to stay on top of everything. So I don't want to take too much of your time, but there's a much needed sync with all of us as a team. So the main thing that I want to stress during this meeting is that we're, as a company, going through another pivot again. And I really want to express the weight of this pivot, because we have officially closed the deal with for 1.5 million US, which is going to be blended into a bigger holding company. Now we have also got the government grant. Hong Kong government is incredibly hungry for new young talent, you know, become essentially the face for the new generation of entrepreneurs in Hong Kong. So the amount is not significant, like we're probably talking like 50 to 100k US dollars, but it's mainly the fact that we are connected to the Hong Kong government, which is a very, very big thing. I started to redo the copy of Blank Studio a bit as well, and the way I actually presented this and how I typed it out is that we're third country thinkers, and this is what I think is really the future, because we are all connected to a lot of different cultures, we all speak multiple languages, and we all work from all parts over the world. And to my vision, I really believe that people like us are the future.
Hit your phone and tell you that you need to open up your YouTube. You gotta see this new dude. He edify my soul like a nigga got some new shoes. He tell me shit like they don't run the world, you do.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, this place really is home now, eh? It's 2 days in, we got recovery all the way up to 100%. We're back into it, man. It's like
show your recovery of today.
Bro,
show your recovery of today.
Look, recovery of 100%.
That's the Dubai routine, is it?
Dude, it really is. And I think in general, you know, having like a really good routine and just being able to get like a few things. You get some sunshine, you get good food, and good sleep. If you have those three, you're unstoppable, and I think you really, really do need that when, you know, really wanting to get stuff done.
Hi, sir.
So Vince was just saying we were actually here how many days ago?
Yeah, I was in the plane. I was like, damn, there we go again.
Yeah,
2 weeks
it's
ago.
been like 2 weeks and now we're back already, man.
Are they gonna arrest me? That's up to next one.
我们要去爱迪生酒店。哎，朋友，还记得我吗？记得吗？ Had a bit of a slow morning because of the time difference. Been mainly catching up on messages, and the reason why we're still in Shanghai is because we're waiting for the team. So they're gonna arrive in probably an hour or two. So Vince and I are gonna hit the pavement for a bit, get a run in, get some sweat in, then probably do a bit more work, and then we're gonna make our way to a warehouse. Gonna drive with the team together there. We'll be spending 2 weeks there, so trying to enjoy the calm before the storm here in Shanghai for a bit. She wants a photo with you, bro. She says you're very handsome.
听懂我说话啊？
我听得懂，他听不懂。
What does she say?
Say you're very handsome and that she wants a photo with you.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, they all want a picture with us.
照一个。
Hey, bro.
It's a good one, huh?
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. When you're walking through China, all these people taking photos of us, asking where we're from, and then they find out that I speak Chinese and they're just losing it.
So can I have sparkling water, big one?
So just got to run in now, catching up on some work. Been having a bit of a backlog because of the switch of time zones. So waiting for the team now. They should be arriving, trying to see if we can get some more team members to come over to Shanghai as well. It's always good to be back here. That run was very nice. Looking at the skyline, actually looking at it right now, it's just so nice. I remember coming to Shanghai for the first time as a kid, and I didn't have the feeling I had when I got to Hong Kong first. When I got to Hong Kong for the first time, I think I was about 13. I told my dad, I was like, this is the city where I want to live. And funny enough, I actually took a photo at the exact spot that I ended up living when I was 18. The exact same street. I took a photo and I was like, Dad, I want to live here, which was in Causeway Bay. But the feeling of walking through China, and also how the people look at you and how the people interact with you, and then especially when they find out that you speak Chinese, it's just crazy. And I don't know, when you look at a skyline like this one, it makes you realize how small you are, because I've seen a lot of skylines, but this one is pretty crazy, and just the size of China in general always just keeps surprising me. It's just like infinite amount of buildings and people, and it's just 24/7 moving, and it's very inspiring. It's one of a kind that I can say as someone who's traveled all over the world.
Always feels like coming home.
It is basically your home, is it?
The amount of times I stayed in this hotel is I should put my name on the wall by now, man. Alright, we need to make sure that we have the right structure in place. And what we currently are experiencing, without any serious efforts from Vince and I, in terms of marketing, is a lot of growth already. So within just a month, we've had 500 inbound leads. Now, with Wojtek and Ruben and me, and Wojtek and Ruben, you haven't met them yet, but they're coming to China as well. So we're flying them in on Sunday.
So for example, this is the difference between those two, because these guys, we don't really have a plan for it, and it's not going to get built.
So I'm sitting here powering through some work, 12:09 midnight to be exact. And I was thinking, I never even spoke about the reason why I picked up this camera in the first place, which has been roughly about 2 years ago when I started to document more stuff on who I am and what I do. And the reality is that the point of me picking up this camera was when I actually hit rock bottom, where I lost majority of my wealth. I had to sell watches, I had to move out of my place in Hong Kong, I moved back into my parents' place, and it kind of just gave me this opportunity to have a fresh start, because I never for a second doubted that I wouldn't become the person that I know I will become. I always had a very clear vision of wanting to do what I do, which essentially is bridging the gap between China and the world, because I started learning Chinese when I was as young as 13 years old. So it was never really a question if I would become successful. I to this day have never doubted myself a single second in my life, but it was more the fact that I had this clean start, that I could show and take everyone through what it was like to get to the point to where I want to be. And especially now, like, things are really happening. It's mainly market timing, because there's an opportunity that is so big that aligns exactly with my skill set, the people around me, and everything just lines up. And the thing is, and the lesson that I want to give to everyone here is that even though I failed, even though I had ventures that generated me, you know, millions of dollars, and then losing everything, and even having had points in my career where I was like, shit, you know, I lost so much money. Am I even worth to make so much money? Because, you know, when you really lose it all and you have to go back into your parents' place, like where it all started, it's a feeling that, I mean, there's nothing that humbles you more than that. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that it's all part of the journey, because I can guarantee you that if I wouldn't have gone through that pain, if I didn't have those lessons, if I didn't learn the things I learned the hard way by failing, I wouldn't have been able to carry the enormous amount of responsibility and workload, and also able to make the connections that I'm making right now to really just embrace this opportunity that I have in front of me, which is, again, as I said, it's market timing. It's the right moment, it's the right time, and I'm the right person for this. So it's all just coming together, and may that be a lesson to anyone watching, is that if you just keep trying, like the amount of things that I've tried, you probably won't even be able to comprehend. Like, I've been doing this since I was 16, just trying everything from packaging design to 3D design to video editing to you name it. Like, I've done everything. Furniture design, I've done translations for companies because I spoke Chinese. Like, I've done everything, and every single thing contributed to who I am today and what I'm able to do right now. And may that be a very valuable lesson. I'm gonna end the video here because I have the team coming in this weekend. Is currently Saturday night, so tomorrow we're gonna go to the office. We're still gonna work. Sunday we're gonna try and take it easy, just do some team building, and probably do some fun stuff like buying the logos on the wall for in our warehouse in China, as well as in our office. Just gonna run some errands, and then on Monday, 2 other team members that I flew out are gonna are gonna arrive here in China. So I'm pretty knackered. I'm gonna get a good night of sleep because I really need that. And then I want to thank you all for watching. Super excited to, you know, finally pick up some traction here on YouTube. It's really like, I don't even know how to express the amount of gratitude I feel towards the people that have been sending me messages, that me putting this out in the world inspires them and motivates them to think bigger, and do better. And I think that's what it's all about, man. I've started this whole content journey with little expectation, knowing that if I just make creating content the goal, getting views, getting likes, getting subscribers, and, you know, getting messages like these are the byproduct of the main goal. Because I know, and I've known it from the day I picked up this camera, this story is too good not to be told. And yeah, I want to thank all of you for the support, and I'll keep them coming. So see you guys in the next one.